So, hey guys, Echo here. I'm going to be doing a short analysis on an ARCHON qualifier game. I wanted to get ready for the upcoming major because I like doing analysis in videos like this, and I got some good feedback on the last one, so gonna do some homework so I can be prepared for the major. And I thought I could share, that experience with you guys as well. So this is just going to be a quick video and stream on this game. I'm just going to talk about it. Probably not going to go too in depth on stuff. I'm just going to talk about things as I see them. But yeah. So this is Archon versus Complexity. I believe this was the semifinals of the Shanghai Major American qualifiers. Don't quote me on that. So right away we see Archon bans Wisp. This is pretty much targeting Z-Freak. I believe he's our Wisp player. This guy is sick. He is super good, especially at weird heroes like Wisp. He also plays good Kunkka. Complexity had a little bit of success with that, I believe. I think it was in Captain's Draft, actually. That's pretty cool. Okay. So, standard Invoker ban from Complexity. Not much to talk about here. That hero is just really good. And 6.86. Queen of Pain ban. I believe this is targeting Limp. And I believe it's because he plays it a lot. Like, they pick this hero a lot for Limp. It's pretty, non-standard, though. It's certainly interesting. I think it's specific to Complexity. DP ban, again, very standard ban. Strong mid-hero. Extremely hard to shut down. She's an amazing laner. And obviously she provides, great teamfight, objective control. She's good, just a good hero overall. Very hard to shut her down for sure. Okay, Archon goes at Gyro. I don't know about Gyro, actually. I think he's a good hero, but I think Complexity plays too many burst heroes to do this. This is a team that runs Ursa, Lina. There's heroes that eat Gyrocopter, really, really hard. It just makes his life really hard when he has to build, BKB or other, defensive items in order to survive. This hero is much better when you can play him, aggressively. I don't know. I don't think I would ever open with Gyro against Complexity, just because this is a team that values heroes like Quap, Lina, and Ursa. We'll see. I expect Complexity to pick Lina here, in the first two, maybe second phase, but yeah. Okay. So I go Bane. Also pretty good hero against Gyro. Provides a BKB disable. No, also you get extra value out of Enfeeble just because of the way Flat Cannon works. Pretty interesting in my opinion. He also does a lot of damage just through BKB. Or a lot of bursts in general with Brain Sap. Yep, there's Lina. Okay, awesome. I think that's a great pick by Complexity. They don't even necessarily have to keep it as a core Lina. This is a great support duo. I think I would like to see core Lina, just because it's so good against Gyro with Aghanims. But yeah. This is also a great opener because it's very ambiguous. Bane is obviously a support, but Lina can go anywhere, really. She can be a support, she can go mid or carry. It's really hard for Archon to make a game plan here. Okay. Archon goes with Tusk. I think this is a very strong hero, but he's very, you have to be good with him in order to make him work. You have to be a great Tusk player. He's quite good against Bane, because he can snowball save people who are Fiend's Grip. Also, he can do that with Nightmare. He can interrupt Fiend's Grip 2 different ways with Snowball and Walrus Punch. Pretty good.
5 seconds remaining.
You can't really be too aggressive against Bane, though, depending on, what's going on. If he's alone, sure, and you have a buddy, you can go for him and set up a kill on him, but it's pretty tough because Bane is really tanky. Especially for a support hero. Both drafts have a good amount of outspam. They can clear creep waves very easily, so that's good. I don't think we'll see a push lineup from either team just because of this. Okay, Drow ban from Archon. Certainly a targeted ban. I'm not sure if Complexity runs this, but it's definitely targeted. It would be pretty good this game, with their lanes. They would have very strong lanes, but it's a bit risky just because of this Tusk hero. It would be hard to play a Drow, I think, in this game. But I don't know, that's interesting. TA ban from Complexity. Archon really values this hero. I believe Monkeys is their TA player. He's pretty good. pretty good at playing TA. Not much to talk about
10
there.
seconds remaining.
Maybe, I'm not sure how the TA Lina matchup goes,
5
but
seconds remaining.
I'd imagine it is
Complexity
Lina
has
favored
turned
just
to
because of her
value.
range. But maybe TA does pretty well. Who knows? Okay, again, Archon is really going for targeted bans. Complexity is a team that runs Bristleback a lot. Not to too much success if I remember correctly, but they do run it a lot.
10 seconds remaining.
So it's not bad to just ban heroes that teams have a lot of experience playing.
5
You're essentially like
seconds
negating, all of that practice that they have on a hero by just banning it, which is pretty cool. Okay, Complexity bans Ench.
Complexity
Very common
has
Archon
turned
or
to
Archon ban or pick rather. Moo loves this hero. He plays it so often in competitive. Really good at it too. Here is just very hard to deal with in the offlane if you don't have the proper nukes. And I think they could deal with it if they had Bane Lina support duo, just because they would have guaranteed stun and nuke damage, but it still can be tricky. Like, it's hard to get the initial Nightmare up because Enchantress runs so fast.
10 seconds remaining.
So,
5 seconds remaining.
Complexity... I'm not sure where they should go with this draft. Like, it's very good, but it's also very open, so it's hard for me to predict, what's going to happen here. I would like to see them get some sort of frontline hero. It's hard for Lina and Bane to do their job if they don't have a hero, like, at least somewhere in the front line. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, a tank hero by any means, but they need something to control. Like, other than Light Strike Array and Yules and Fiend's Grip and Nightmare. Something like a Beastmaster hero I think would be okay. It's not super good against Gyro, so I'm not sure. Actually, I don't know why I'm watching this at one time speed. The more you know. Okay, yep, perfect. Spirit Breaker is like just go in and take some damage and, CC people. This is a good hero pick, I think. It's also very good against Gyro because it's anti-BKB. All of his spells go through BKB.
5 seconds
Yep,
remaining.
it's pretty good. Well, obviously Charge does not, but he can always Nether Strike, which is great. Okay, so Archon go with Avenge. I think it's good in this case because you can interrupt with Fiend's Grip and save people that are being gripped. It's pretty good against Lina combo as well with heals. Also, it's a good stun against Spirit Breaker. You can interrupt his charge, or you can swap him. It's pretty good here. They needed some kind of defensive capabilities, I think, other than Snowball.
Team Archon's turn to pick.
Okay. So Complexity go with Jug. Pretty standard carry, I think. He's quite good against Venge. Well, he's okay against Venge.
5 seconds remaining.
I'd say he's good because, like, Venge doesn't really have too many offensive capabilities. She can only interrupt spin TP, but yeah. Okay, Archon go with Ember Spirit. This is interesting.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So Ember is pretty good against these two heroes here
10 seconds
because he can't really die to their combos.
Team Archon's
If he
turn
dodges
to
their
pick.
initial CC. Like, he can't die to a Yules Lina combo, and he can't get charged by Spirit Breaker unless he doesn't have
10
Remnants up.
seconds remaining.
So
5 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure why they picked this actually.
Reserve time.
It's good he can survive, but I don't see his function in this game.
Complexity
I can't remember if this was a meta pick at the time, but I'm not sure if I like this. Okay, so we need the support or offlane of Complexity. I'd imagine it's Spirit Breaker support.
10
I think
seconds
Spirit Breaker offlane is kind of weak, but
5
who knows?
seconds remaining. Reserve time.
They could even go with some kind of
seconds
Darkseer hero. Okay, they go with Doom.
Team
That's great against Ember
Archon's
Spirit.
turn to pick.
It just makes this hero pretty useless. I mean, he can get a Lincolns later on, but that's not till way later. And Complexity's lineup is very good early on.
10
Like,
seconds
all these heroes
remaining.
come online at, like, level 6 or
seconds
earlier.
remaining. Reserve time.
Yeah. I'm worried about Archon's lanes. Their safe lane is pretty strong with Venge, Gyro, Tusk. But unless they pick, like, a lane dominator top, which I don't think any of them are open, really. Like, Beastmaster's gone, Ench is gone. Lone Druid is still in the pool. I'm not sure if, like, Lone Druid was discovered at this point, but I believe he was. I think he was a popular pick. Lone Druid is pretty good against Doom, just because you never want to Doom the Bear. And dooming, or you never want to Doom either the Bear or the Druid, so both of them are good. It's pretty good against Jug as well, because it can tank the Omni Slashes. It's kind of stinky against Lena, though, because she can just one-shot the Bear, pretty much. Not, like, actually one-shot, but you know what I mean. She can do a lot of damage to it. I think overall it's pretty good. But they go Sardar. This hero's gonna have some trouble, honestly. Like, I have no idea how he's going to lane against Bane and Jug. I actually have no idea. Like, there's a skill matchup kind of thing against Jug where if you Slithering Crush and bait out a spin, then it's really hard for Jug to stay in lane. You know, way later on when, like, if you're even level with him. But I don't see how Sardar is going to get any levels at all, even with a Tusk in his lane. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, so both teams. Okay, so pretty standard openers from both teams, like in terms of positioning. They're just going for smoke invades. Let's see if Complexity smokes. I think overall Archon's level 1 is a bit better because they have Gyrocopter and Tusk and Sardar. AoE CC combined with Rocket Barrage is super scary, especially when you combine it with the Gap Closer or Snowball. If they see a hero, they basically die. Any hero on this team can die to Archon, but luckily none of these heroes are anywhere close to Archon. Complexity is in their jungle, so they'll be totally fine.
30 seconds to battle.
Okay. Just gonna speed through. Important things to note from this team are they placed a good ward here. This doesn't block this camp, and it gives vision for the offlaner. So Mu will be able to survive a little bit. Like he'll have a little bit of an easier time, so to speak, just because he can see when Bane is walking this way. If Bane just stays right here in this area, though, it's gonna be really hard for Mu. Like, he has to be super careful. Also, this ward is good because it can see Spirit Breaker charging if he's, you know, like in this portion of the map before he charges. Like, he'll go over this way. So it's good. I like this ward against Spirit Breaker. Also, they block this camp with a good sentry ward. This is pretty big against Lina and Doom. Doom mainly early on, because sometimes Doom will, like, you know, clear this camp and then go to this camp for Devour. But really, I think the big thing is to prevent Lina from getting a lot of farm through stacks. I think that's the primary function of this sentry ward. It's pretty good. It's a good play by Archon. Complexity's ward is also in a good spot here. It just gives vision for the offlaner. It's pretty hard to pinpoint exactly where it is if it doesn't block a camp, so it's a good spot for sure. Okay, interesting. So Complexity actually go with Jug mid and Lina top. So this is... I'm not sure like how the mid matchup goes, like Ember against Jug, but this is a total disaster for Mu. Mu's not going to get anything out of this lane. Like, he actually just can't walk up to the creep wave, because he'll get Nightmared, and then Limp will stun him, and then he's going to take 1,000,000 damage. Maybe he won't die in the first Nightmare, but he's going to get pushed out of lane at this point. Like, and there's nothing he can really do about it. He has to just get an Iron Talon and go jungle if he wants to recover here. I believe this game happened before Iron Talon was a thing on offlaners. Like, people weren't getting it nearly as often. Okay, so Mu going for standard trades with Bane. It's pretty hard to trade with this hero just because of Brain Sap being such a low mana cost, and in addition to like his insane base stats. Like, he's just very good at hitting people. Like, that's what this hero is good at. Hitting people at level 1 and trading HP. So yeah, Mu's not going to get anything out of this lane. Like, this is going to be super hard for him if Complexity plays it correctly. And you'll see Hanskin is blocking this. Like, Hanskin is going to stay here every time it hits, like, hits the timing window for this camp to be pulled. He's never going to let Mu pull this camp and get some experience that way. It's never going to happen. This is a really good support play by Hanskin. He's also not leeching too much XP from Limp, so Limp is getting good levels. It's good stuff. Okay, so Chessie is having some trouble mid, but Archon is committing Tusk here. They're basically dual laning. And he'll come back. His function in this game is not to like dominate mid, so he should be fine. All he needs to do is get his levels and get Omni Slash, and they'll be able to fight mid game. Okay. Off lane for complexity. Doom Spirit Breaker. It's not particularly strong, but it's not weak either. It's very survivable. It's really hard for Archon to get any kills on them, for sure. Like, even if Venge gets a good stun on Doom, he always has Scorched Earth. And I don't think Archon has the damage to just get a kill straight up with the stun. So it should be fine. Even if Tusk comes down, I'm not totally convinced. Okay. So looking at CS, I think overall complexity is winning quite a bit. Well, maybe not quite a bit, because their middle lane isn't going that well. But overall they're winning for sure. Oh. Okay, yeah, this kill can't really happen if Z-Freak just charges. It's a good play by Z-Freak. If they had some way to interrupt the charge after getting the initial stun, that would be a good play, but they can't really go for it. So key timings on Archon are, I'd say like Blink on Sardar is a big one, and we already know that this isn't going to happen like that quickly, just because he had a really terrible lane. It's impossible for him to do well in this lane, unless Complexity just like unplug their keyboards. So the Blink is going to be quite late. He does go for an Iron Talon, so he'll farm like a little bit faster. That's good. Other key timings include like S and Y on Gyro, maybe Blink on Tusk or Mech or something, and Battle Fury Ember. But they don't really have a point other than Blink Dagger on Sardar, where they can just like group up and, you know, go fight. Whereas I think Complexity have quite a few timers actually, like Vlad's Drum on Doom is good, Yule's on Lina is a good time, in addition to Ags. Level 11 on Jug for level 2 Omni Slash is great. Level 6 on Bane, they can get a kill. I think Complexity has much more options this game. Or many more, rather. Okay. Oop. Camera work is hard. Let's go watch. Okay, so Archon and Moo, or Whitebeard and Moo were farming. They see Z-Freak go to River. Okay. Okay, that was really close actually. I think it was a bit of a mistake by Fluff to just stun right away. Like, his whole team was able to hit Z-Freak during this time. Like, they were all within attack range. And also Z-Freak hadn't charged yet. So he could have waited a little bit for Z-Freak to charge before he committed this. It was a good play by Whitebeard though, getting the kill with Ice Shards.
First the blood. Now who wants to be second?
Okay. Not too impactful, but it is good. Good levels for Tusk. Okay. So Monkey's is having a good start. Like, the extra pressure from Tusk really helped him in this lane. I think it would be tricky as Ember against a Jug. It just seems like Jug is a bit stronger of a hero in lane. But yeah. This alright. Monkey's panic flame guarded, that's alright. Happens. At least he can use this to push out the wave a little bit. And trade with Jesse. Not horrible. This is interesting by Archon though, to have these two heroes farming together in the jungle. I guess it like... Okay, I missed a kill. Oops. But interesting strat by these two. I kind of like it because they split up the damage, and neither hero is really good at farming. You know, camps by themselves until later, so it's not bad. Let's go back and watch this kill though. Okay. CC Swindle is just like spam pinging this at the start. Okay. I believe it's a replay bug actually. Oh yeah, so it looks like Fluff just walks out and gets charged. Yeah, he gets charged on the ward. Rough. Not much you can do about that, but now he knows there's a ward there. Yeah, you see the ping come out. These two heroes didn't have vision on the side without having this ward, or, you know, some other invis hero here. So, at least Fluff gets that information at the cost of his death. Okay, Gyro gets doomed. Oh, they don't deny him. Alright, so let's see how this goes down. Okay, also a good blast from Swindle there. It's extra damage needed. Looks like Whitebeard just spaced out a little bit. That's fine. It happens. It was a death that didn't need to happen though, so it kind of sucks. But not the end of the world. Doom is on cooldown now, so they're safe for a bit. Okay, so let's check Sardar's blink. He's still super poor. Alright, so he's not going to be online for like probably 8 or 9 minutes. That's assuming he doesn't die at all. And I think Complexity is really going to start like getting aggressive now that they got a kill down here. Doom is going to start snowballing, and Slardar is going to have to help before he gets blink. Yeah, Archon realizes this, and they go for a smoke. If they kill Doom here, it's really, really huge. This hero, you want to stop him from snowballing as early as possible. And they do have the tools to kill him, but it's tough. Basically, if Z-Freak just charges through them while they go for the gank, it's really hard for them to connect with the kill. Just because of this Scorcher spell. Yep. Okay, great play by Z-Freak. Okay. Archon got the kills anyway, so that's really good. This window just got stun locked there. Unlucky. But not much you can do. That's a good try by Z-Freak though, for sure. Good TP in by Limp too, actually. Basically, like, here, let's go back and watch again. Okay, so Archon goes on Swindle. Limp immediately TPs in, or pretty much immediately. He wants a really big stun here. On 3 heroes, blows up Moo right away. Okay, good. Continues chasing. He knows he's not in any danger, really. And he also knows that he has Chessie coming. Okay. Picks up the last hit. Good stuff. Yeah, they can't finish off any other heroes here, so... Okay, so that was completely fine for Complexity. I think Limp got 2 kills. It'll start his snowball quite a bit. Speed up his farm, getting a Eul's faster. It's pretty good. Hi, Noah. Alright. Good stuff. What else? What's going on? Alright, Sardar's getting charged. He's not in any danger here. I think Z-Freak is just harassing. He also wanted to get to this lane to get some XP. Like, his 6 is very valuable for setting up kills on Ember. And pretty much all of these heroes, actually. Spirit Breaker 6 is really important. Just because it gives you, like, a targeted stun. It's super good. Okay, Moo is dead. Alright, so this is, like, the beginnings of a feed. Like, he's not going to have a good game based on, like, what's happening here. Like, Slardar is not a very tanky hero, especially with Sprint. Like, there are a lot of issues with this, actually. Like, there's no way for him to just get on top of a hero and stun them before he gets CC'd. Like, his teammates don't have any kind of setup. Like, they have Venge stun, which is great, but it's not an AoE stun. And Complexity have multiple ways of stunning him before he goes in. So, if Complexity do a good job of, like, dooming or just Eul's comboing Slardar, he's gonna have a horrible game. Okay. So, I think Eul should be coming up pretty shortly for Limp. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but alright. I guess he has full tread, so it's not horrible. Okay, this isn't a kill. This one just can get away just fine. They actually have Chessie rotating down. Fluff can die if he gets Omni'd, but he's not going to let that happen. Hopefully. Okay. So Complexity really pressuring this top tower. I don't think this tower is particularly valuable, personally. It's okay because it limits Archon's farm a little bit. But yeah, not the biggest deal. I mean, the extra gold is nice, but usually you want to go for like this bottom tower when you're on dire. But either way, yeah, Moo just dies again. I think this is actually not very good for Archon. Like, Monkeys gets a kill. No, they kill him. Okay, this is good. Okay. No, that was good. Good stuff. So, good response by Monkeys. He was there just in time. He also made sure to TP when these guys started overdiving. Yeah, really good play by Monkeys then. I thought Limp would just run down, and they could disengage that way, and like they would meet Chessie and River like around here. But Limp ran up, so I think that caused him to die. But either way, good play by Archon. Good stuff. Mu is still like completely out of the game though, and he is their primary initiator, so it's pretty scary. I think even though that fight goes Archon's way, they're still in a lot of trouble. Okay, Chessie picks up a free kill with Omni. It's great. Okay, this is the time when Monkeys needs to look out. He probably can't get hit by Spearbreaker here, but okay, he does. That's not good. Okay, luckily there's no Laguna, so... Okay, yeah, he dies either way, though. Okay, so, number one, he shouldn't have ever gotten hit by this. He had Stick, and he could have had a Remnant out here, so he could just Remnant away. So the big mistake here was just not having a Remnant. He could have very easily just Remnanted back here, and he would have lived. But instead he got Stunlocked. Not much you can do about that at that point, so he just dies. That's actually a big kill to give up. Especially after getting this double kill here. That's a lot of his net worth that's just down the drain. Okay, well, that's, you know, it's not the end of the world. Chessie might die here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, no, he's good.
Radiant's
Oh, Moo's actually dead. Alright. Let's go back. So Chessie and Moo are dueling. Good play by Whitebeard. He wanted to connect the shards a little bit better so that Chessie would be a little bit trapped, but you know, it's not the end of the world. They continue chasing, and I think this is all fine, but it's still not great. If they had amplified damage, I think this kill happens, and they kill him with Slithering Crush and amplify, but I think because they don't have the extra armor reduction, it's too hard. So again, this is just a disastrous game for Moo. I don't even think he played particularly poorly, but he needed to play like a perfect game and have Iron Talent at the start in order to get any item progression at all. He starts going for treads. Like, he recognizes that he just can't like finish his blink in a reasonable time, so he just buys some HP. Treads will also help him farm a little bit, so yeah. I think this is a good option, actually. Usually I like Tranquils, but Complexity just has so much burst, and he also knows that he's going to be a big target for them, just because he provides all of Archon's control. Okay, so I think these guys are on a ward. Let's see. Okay, nope. So they're completely hidden, that's cool. Wait. Okay, good. So Limp is out of vision here, luckily. So Monkeys doesn't have any way of knowing that this is happening. But he has a Remnant this time, so like he can't die, basically. Unless he gets stunned and, you know, then Nether Striked by a Spearbreaker, but they don't even have that, so I don't see Monkeys dying here at all. Maybe it'll prove me wrong, though. We'll see. I remember Monkeys had a lot of internet connection issues, like during the qualifiers. Like even in the finals, they had to pause so many times for him, which really doesn't make any sense because they're in a gaming house. Like, they should all be having internet issues if that were the case, but yeah. Okay. So Monkeys gets away. Great. Pretty impossible to die there. Okay. So Moo finishes his treads. He's going to complete his wand. Pretty standard. And he dies again. Alright. So, I like Complexity's plan here. It's basically just kill Moo as many times as I can. This hero is like super high value. He's all of Archon's control, really, in fights. This is the linchpin hero. And if they can control his item progression and, you know, keep him down, so to speak, they're in good shape for sure. I don't even think they had a ward, like, giving vision. Yeah, they had no idea Moo was here. He just happened to be here at this point, which is... I mean, it's pretty likely that there's a hero farming the jungle based on where Archon's waves are, but it sucks that it's Moo for Archon. Good for Complexity, though. Good stuff. Okay. It's a great play by them. They can transition this into a mid push as soon as they push out this wave, or they can go bottom. Yep, also a really good play. This is like, I think this is actually the better play because this tower prevents a complexity from going too ham in this jungle. Basically, like, if they were to be really aggressive at this point in the game, when Archon has 5 heroes alive, they could very easily just TP in heroes here and, you know, get pinched on. But when they get rid of this, Archon can no longer TP here, and this gives them access to, you know, the same area, except, you know, it's much more safe for them. So this is a really good play by Complexity. You always want to make sure that you're getting objectives off of kills if you can. It's not going to happen in your pubs, but, I mean, in competitive play it happens all the time. Okay, nice side shards by Whitebeard. Okay, they actually... I'm pretty sure they could have gone for that with Call Down and Snowball. He did have Omni, but it's pretty impossible for them to die. I don't know. It's only level 1 Omni, so... Well, either way, they don't have to go for it. I guess there was TP support as well, potentially, so... Not the biggest deal. They just have monkeys, like... keeping this lane really static. Like, he hasn't really pushed this at all. And I have an issue with this just because, like, Complexity is doing whatever they want on the bottom side of the map. And he's not putting any pressure on the enemy team. Like, I understand the theory behind it. Like, if you freeze this lane, he's getting free farm, and Complexity can't really do too much about it. But, I don't know. I think I just value pressure so much that I'm not a big fan of this play. But it's okay. He's getting farm, so it's not the biggest deal. Okay. Item progression on Archon's other cores, not super good. Yeah, Gyro is really poor, actually. And I think this is just because his lane was, like, pretty difficult against Doom and Spearbreaker. Like, he also died once, so... Like, he should have probably a Sange and Helmet Dominator by now. But he's quite behind. He can't even really do the Ancients that quickly. So, I don't know. Yeah, Archon is in a really rough place. I don't see them winning this game.
Got it.
Okay. So by Complexity being off the map like this, like if we look at Archon's vision, they don't see any heroes. They see Limp and they see Chessie, but these two are just pushing. Archon pretty much knows that, you know, the rest of Complexity are here. Like, they're just, you know, in this area somewhere, or at least, like, in bottom jungle. So they have to avoid this, and they recognize this, and they go push top, which is a really good play on their part, I believe. But, again, they're giving up the mid-tier 1 tower, which is super, super important. This gives Complexity, like, complete free access to Radiant jungle. It's really scary for Archon now. Okay. Complexity concedes the top tier 1 for trading for the tier 2, which is a great play in my opinion. Okay, so they trade 2 towers for 1 basically. Good stuff. Fucking dogs. Oh yeah, Archon is just really starved for vision at this point. Like, Complexity has so many heroes that can initiate a fight. Like, Limp has a Yules, he's working on a Shadow Blade. It's going to be really hard for Archon to do anything on the map without being at risk. I have no idea how they would win this game. Like, they have to bring it super late and just hope Ember gets super farmed. He doesn't even have a Battle Fury. I guess it's actually not, you know, horrible timing because he's been farming, but he needs to be getting, like, really farmed here. And Limp gets his first pick off on Venge with Yules. Pretty good. Not the best target. It's actually, like, I don't know, pretty low value, but a kill is a kill. But yeah, Jo, he just has nowhere to farm. Like, the safest place for him to farm is actually, like, this camp, or, like, in the enemy jungle. But there's no reason for him to just go there. It's not really that safe. Like, getting there. If you were there already, it would be good, but it's just a really tough position to be in as a carry. You just kind of, like, have to farm the waves that are rolling in. At least they have Ember Spirit pushing out waves now. He does need a TP, though. But, yeah, they're getting some pressure this way. Okay, so they go for a smoke play. The Jo is not smoked though, so he can't follow them without giving up the information. Okay, Monkey's actually solos Limp. That's huge. So he can buy his Battle Fury here before he dies. I would really like to see that. please. Okay, yeah, he bought it. Good. But getting the solo kill on Limp is huge. I'm not sure what happened here. I actually want to watch. Okay, so Limp just initiates with a Eul's combo. That's a bit of a mistake by Limp. He should just go for the Shadow Blade into Light Strike Array. It's much harder to dodge than the Eul's combo. Basically, as long as unless Lina's timing is like 100% perfect, Ember can always Remnant out if he has one up beforehand. So it's much harder to just dodge a blind Light Strike Array, like from invisibility. So that's a small tip for Lina's. But yeah. So Ember trades his life for Lina, and he also creates a lot of space down here. Like 2 of Complexity's heroes shot on the map by killing him. So it's actually like a pretty good death. He also completed his Battle Fury in time, so you know, good stuff. Hensuke needs to be really careful here. Okay, good play by Whitebeard. Oh, never mind. Alright. So it was a good play until he trapped Hanskin on the other side, but you know, they kill him anyway. Okay, Gyro gets doomed. So I actually think that that play by Whitebeard was like kind of catastrophic, because they would have gotten the kill and gotten out right away, but this extra time that they spent, you know, down here, down the ramp, was really catastrophic. Like it a lot of complexity to get in position to help. It's pretty rough. They lose their Gyro and Sardar. Moves item progression is just down the drain, even more than it was before. Same with Gyro, actually. Like, his item progression is really bad too. Yeah, he's not really... I don't know. I don't think there's much Archon can do at this point. As long as Complexity chooses to just keep being aggressive, Archon can't do anything.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay.
Haste.
Check out items. Okay, Complexity have a serious level advantage. I mean, this just makes sense. Archon has less space to farm, so they're not killing as many creeps, getting less XP. Makes sense. Also, their item progression on Complexity is much better just because they're farming more. Also makes sense. Looks like Chessie just completed his Battle Fury. Yeah, it's on the way out on the courier now. Good stuff. It's pretty good timing, considering he got bottle, phase of Keel, and Wands. And also he had a really hard lane in mid, so it's pretty good timing by Chessie. So Complexity is just going to continue to scale at this point. Spearbreaker might pick up his Shadow Blade here. It's pretty good for initiation. We'll see what he gets though. He might just go like straight BKB. That'd also be pretty good. No, he goes Shadow Blade. Okay. Sorry about the dogs. Not much I can do about it. I'm gonna shut my door really quick. 1 sec. Okay. We back. Yeah, I'm gonna speed this up because I have a feeling the game is gonna end like in 15 minutes max. I'd say absolute maximum 15 minutes. More likely to end in like 9 or 10. But we'll see. Complexity get Roche with absolutely no response from Archon. Archon can't teamfight them at this point. They're just too weak. They don't have the items. I don't know what Jo is doing here. I think like he needs to be safe, but he also needs to be farming. Like he needs to be up here somewhere, just getting creeps. He can't just sit under tower like this. I think this is really bad. Like even though it's unsafe and like he doesn't know which heroes are where, he still needs to like be trying to win the game. Like he's just waiting to lose at this point. Monkeys is doing a pretty good job farming, but Jo needs to be like more aggressive where he farms for sure. The risk of dying is pretty big, but like at this point, you're gonna lose anyway if you just keep playing default, so you might as well go for like big farming plays and try to get as much out of the map as you can. At least that's my philosophy. Maybe they have a different plan, like, you know, maybe they're all-inning on Ember. You never know what teams are thinking, so maybe this is like a team play decision to have Jo just be super safe and have Monkeys try to make space. Okay, so I really hope he chooses to go farm at this point. Because, like, he knows Doom and Spirit Breaker are bottom, so it could only be Lina and Jug. He can still battle those heroes, but, like, I don't know. Just a pretty rough situation. On the bright side, Mu is close to his dagger, so if he doesn't die, then the next, few minutes to Jug or Lina, he'll have it. But it's pretty hard to not die, honestly. I blocked the camp, that's rough. Complexity is just going to continue to push towers. They have Aegis. Yeah, I didn't pick the best game, I don't think. But, there's stuff to learn from this. Okay. I want to see what Complexity's ward coverage is like. So they have a ward here. Oh, that's pretty much it. I mean, they have this ward too, but this was for securing Rush. But this ward, I don't know, gives a lot of information at least. It's a common camp for people to farm when they're behind, because it's very close to the base. So it's not bad. I would like to see them get wards down here, either with the smoke, like in this area, and then go for top tower. I think that is their best play at this point. Okay, so Hanskin does ward here. Okay, this is fine too. They just needed something on this side of the map. Like, they have total access to it, so there's no reason for them not to have vision. Okay, Limp is working on Ags, it looks like. Oh, he goes BKB. Interesting. Okay. That's pretty good. I expected an Ags, just because it's very good against Gyro and Ember. Like, the pure damage is very valuable, but I guess Gyro is not even close to a BKB, so he doesn't have to worry about piercing magic immunity. And that makes sense. Okay, Mu gets his blink. That's awesome. It is kind of too little too late, though. Like, they can make an aggressive play on maybe Jug as the only core, but they can't kill Doom and they can't kill Lina very easily, even with like 5 heroes, so I'm not convinced. Okay, Mu gets the amp off. Oh, he runs into Hanskin. Ooh, doesn't get Fiend's Grip off. Okay, he's alive. I think Hanskin just got fogged here, which sucks. Mu is definitely dead though, if they connected with their spells. He might have like cancelled Fiend's Grip on accident. Like, or just because he thought Mu was gonna die. But either way. I think a bit of a mistake by Complexity. That should have been a kill, but oh well. Not the end of the world. They can always push this tower. Okay. Limp's got a haste. Okay. Shiva's completed on Doom. Really, really good item. He needs the extra armor against amplified damage and all of Archon's physical damage through Ember and Gyro. Tusk as well to an extent, and the armor debuff from Venge. So yeah, the armor, or the extra armor, is very valuable. Also, it's like, if he ever goes in, he can Shivas and slow the entire enemy team, and this will help his teammates chase. It seems kind of silly to say that, but it actually is very impactful. Especially if he chooses to go Blink here, which I would like to see. I think it's the best item he can get at this point. It has really good synergy with Shivas. They can initiate that way. But he also doesn't have to. They can just siege high ground, and Archon really doesn't have any counterplay. Their saving grace is that Ember is really good at clearing waves at high ground when he has Battle Fury. So this is probably the only thing that could delay this game. It's pretty much going to come down to if Complexity can get picks. And it looks like there's going to be a little fight here. And yeah. Okay, Mu is just dead. No counterplay. He could have gotten swapped maybe, but then Venge dies and it's not good. But this is big. I think Complexity can go high ground here. Mu is like all of Archon's control. So yep. Complexity just go high ground. Yeah, this is a tricky situation for Archon. The game could very well end here. Complexity does have to be careful of Mu respawning though, so they do back off. I think this is a pretty solid play. They got a lot of damage on this, so their next push is going to be much easier. So that's pretty good.
I'll take that as tribute.
I think at this point, Archon just needs to go for like YOLO plays. They need to go for smokes. They can't let Mu die, yeah. Okay, Limp BKBs right away. Monkeys gets doomed. Mu is focused down. JO's dead. Yeah, this is over. Okay. So at this point, game is like 100% over. Unless, you know, Complexity go for a crazy tier 4 dives or something. But yeah, I think most of this came down to just Slardar having a really bad lane. Like, it was really hard for him to get anything out of this lane against Banlina. I really think that... I guess you could say it's a drafting thing, because Archon's aggressive potential is limited to Slardar and Tusk. And if these two heroes don't do super well, and if they can't find kills, then there's not much they can do. These two heroes' item progressions are just too important. Maybe it's a drafting thing, but I'm not totally sure. I think it was more so Complexity playing very well. Alright, I'm going to pause really quick, 1 second. Okay. So, pretty sure the game's over at this point. Complexity will just push, get Rexes. Archon can't do much except for go for smoke plays. Yeah. I do want to see how Complexity finishes the game, though, because where they go from here does matter. They had a pretty, like, slow and methodical win so far, which I like. I like to see that kind of stuff. I would like to see them finish Roche here and then just execute and finish the game. Going for top is better slightly, but they can go for bottom as well. It is better to get a pick, but at this point they have pressure from middle, so it's easier for them to siege the side lanes. Because one hero on Archon will have to be defending this lane at all times, pretty much. But, okay. Yeah, this is where the game ends. So, Archon loses a team fight. Left got caught out, which sucks. He might have been warding, or something like that. But, Mu dies again. Rough life. Okay, it's good. Deso pick up by Limp, actually. They needed some extra building damage. And Deso provides that. It's also really good on Lina just because she has such crazy range with 670 attack range. Now she can apply the debuff from very far away. Okay. So Complexity are just starving Archon out. They're pushing all the waves in and farming the entire jungle. Pretty impossible for them to lose at this point. But there's always some late game potential with Ember Spirit, so never give up, I guess. Yep. So Complexity are converging on bottom. Starting to hit some buildings. Okay. Henskin did try to go for a grip there, which is a good try, but it's not going to happen as long as monkeys cast the spells. Chessie is caught here, but he has Aegis, so it's interesting play by Whitebeard. I like the snowball across. Okay. Good Omni slash by Chessie. Alright, so that's a pretty good play. Like, he blinked in and Omni'd, and Archon doesn't really have any counterplay to that. They don't have Ghost Scepters or anything. So, overall, I think this is a pretty good game by Complexity. I can't say too much about the draft, but I did think that picking Gyro first was a bit of a mistake against a team like Complexity, who really values this Lina. It made Gyro's life in the fights really difficult, and even if he had a BKB, it would have been very hard. Because Limp's item path would have been adjusted to that, but yeah. Overall, pretty good game by Complexity, I think. Rough game for Mu. I think this is the only time I've ever seen Mu like do poorly in a game. But really, this was just because of his lane, I think. Like, it's impossible for a Slardar to lane against Banlina. You don't have the tools to deal with it. Well, yeah, okay. Well, this is pretty rough. I had some trouble, like, doing the casting thing again. But, I hope some of this commentary was good and it, gave you some insight. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching.